your sunshine, your success in whatever that means to you. It could be blocked in some way. And it shows me that it's from your power and your finances long term. And so that whole theme of Mars in Leo being in your eighth house of your future money, your debt, and your legacy that you leave behind, all that long-term money, joint finances, that is really, Spirit wants you to really, take a look at that. All right, Capricorn, welcome to your intuitive energy forecast for May. And this is Taurus season. And I do love Taurus season for everyone. Such a nice, calming, activates the senses. It's that yum factor. I really love the beauty of Taurus season, the creativity, the music, all that kind of stuff, right? Artsy fartsy. So Capricorn, I know you also as an earth sign will enjoy this Taurus season because the energy is in your house of fun, and we will talk about that. We'll also be pulling cards from our decks, the Power of 8 Chakra Lenormand and the Power of 8 Chakra Oracle cards. These are available as a set. And if you are interested after seeing your reading in purchasing these cards, you can at my website, www.themoontree.org. And shout out to Michelle, the illustrator, my Capricorn bestie right there, who's getting back from her yearly trip to Honduras. So she should be almost back to Canada now. All right, Capricorn. So let's talk about your astrology first. I really wanted to talk about how this is a good time. You're in the 5th house, like that's being activated for you, as we can see here. This is nice because this is what I would call the fun house. It's where you get creative, your spiritual business, your kids, your hobbies, creating things, and also getting together with people to play sports or like-minded things like wine and paint night or Zumba or going to the horse races with your buddies. I don't know, like those fun things. Speaking of horse races, yeah, this is a gambling or games of chance. You could be luckier this month, Capricorn. So keep that in mind. But what's that saying? Know your limit, play within it. Okay. And, this is a time too where you might want to spend more time with your grandkids and your children and things like that. So that looks cool. And just kind of be like a kid again and have fun with it. It's a good time to do that. Then we get the full moon, May 12th. Okay, this isn't Scorpio, so it's a little deep there. Okay, but it's illuminating something in your 11th house of networks. You could be changing your friendships. Some friendships could be ending in order to make room, or maybe not ending, but like dissolving. You know how like friends kind of dissolve, certain ones, and then new people come into your life? This could be happening for you, Capricorn, where you're being illuminated in your new high vibe networks. Okay? The people. And also the 11th house is your hopes, your dreams, your wishes, your aspirations. So something could be illuminating there for you. So that's cool. Keep an eye out for that. Some opportunities can come. And remember, through every new person we meet, it's a new door of opportunity in some way. So that looks cool. Yeah, I would say, Capricorn, people are the key. Relationships with people and friends are very important here in Taurus season for you. Okay, Capricorn, I like to look at Saturn. What's it doing? Because in traditional astrology, Saturn is your ruling planet. And so Saturn is in your 3rd house of communications and your community. I could see you having a little more focus when it comes to branding, marketing, getting the word out, your messaging, talking more to the people, creating new networks and all that we talked about. But it can also have quite the community vibe as well, the 3rd house. Saturn might bring you some responsibility towards your vehicle as well. 3rd house can run the vehicles. So Saturn being the you got to do things right and you got to be responsible, and I'm the timekeeper, and Saturn's trying to keep you right on track. Hard work pays off. Focus, get things done, especially when it comes to vehicle situations. Could be community things, and also getting your message and branding. Like if you own your own business, what is your message, your elevator pitch? Who do you serve? How do you serve them? Could be about streamlining your process, from cold, nobody knows you, to your client, all that in the middle. That's a lot of third house stuff. It could be too that Capricorn, you're working on rebranding yourself to the people, to these new networks, so could be like a little bit of a rebrand time. All right, and we could also talk about how Mars is bringing you some vitality and energy in your 8th house of your future money, your legacy that you leave behind, working on your debt. There's more energy to look at your finances properly and organize them and think about all the money that's going out versus the money coming in. Maybe finding new ways to gain income, or to at least cut back on certain things you no longer need. Do you need these 5 subscriptions? Do you need Disney, Netflix, Prime Video, and the Hockey Channel? I'm just saying, I'm making stuff up here, but you know what I'm saying? Do you need all these things? It could be a good time to look at all that for you too, with Mars in the 8th house. But Mars is in Leo, which wants to be recognized, and that's the 8th house of transformation. So you could be transforming the way you represent yourself, brand yourself to the world, to the people. So that looks interesting indeed. It could be really fun. I kind of went through a rebranding phase myself, and it's been kind of a fun journey. Really look at myself in the 8th house. Who am I now? I've changed. I'm 47 now, I'm not 29 anymore. I'm definitely not the same Trina that I was before. So it could be something you're thinking about too, Capricorn, and seeing how that all fits into your journey ahead. I can help you with that with a reading, by the way. Wink, wink. All right. So we also want to look at Venus, because Venus runs Taurus and it's Taurus season. So what's Venus doing? Venus, the planet of love, money, things we love and all that, beauty. What's it doing? Well, Venus is in Aries for the whole month, and this Capricorn is in your 4th house of home, real estate, and family. So you are loving your home or being at home. I know Michelle, the illustrator here, Capricorn Michelle, she just got back. She's just getting back from Honduras. She's probably going to enjoy being at home again, getting back into the routine of things, being with her family. And there could be thoughts, Capricorn, of your house in general. Like, do you like where you live? Maybe you're gonna change residence. There could be some of that Venus. What do I love now when it comes to my home and family? Do I still like where I lived? Or maybe it's about renovating the house in some way, beautifying, because Venus likes beauty and that likes to make things look good. So it could be about beautifying your house, renovating your house in some way as well. It could be about loving being with your ancestors, your grandparents, your parents, all that kind of stuff too, or just family in general. And in some cases, the 4th house can mean a new pet, like a real, like a cat or a dog, or a fish or whatever, not the goats or the cows or those kind of, but like those real dogs and cat pets. It could be that some of you are, there's some special attention on your animal, your pet, your special pet. Okay, Capricorn, yeah, so, lots about home, family, kids, and having fun. So that looks good. All right, let's get into the cards. We will start with our decks, the Power of 8 Chakra Lenormand and the Power of 8 Chakra Oracle. And yeah, they do come as a set. Check out my website, www.themoontree.org. All right, so let's start with the blue Chakra Lenormand cards. The Lenormand's been chakrified. All right, this is for Capricorn. Capricorn in May. What's up? What's up for Capricorn in May? There is an obstacle of some sort with the mountain that we're going to have to jump over or go around, let's say. What is that mountain about? Okay. It shows me that the sun did come up though, so the sun might be blocked right now by something, okay? Your sunshine, your success in whatever that means to you, it could be blocked in some way. And it shows me that it's from your power and your finances long term. And so that whole theme of Mars in Leo being in your 8th house of your future money, your debt, and your legacy that you leave behind, all that long-term money, joint finances, that is really, Spirit wants you to really, take a look at that. How's your will? Do you got that in place? Do you have enough money to retire? All that kind of long-term money here. And it can also just mean your power in general. Do you feel like you have enough power in your life, right? Do you feel like you have enough control? The power, right? Now, in other news, this card, the bear, can not just mean long-term finances and your power, but it can mean that you can unblock yourself by doing strength training. This is a strength training card. As we get older, I had this card for a different sign, and I can't remember which zodiac sign this was for, but I told them the same thing, that as we get older, for example, I'm entering perimenopause, okay? And so it's important for me to make sure I'm doing a lot of strength training, the squats, the push-ups and all that, using my body as resistance, and even real weights, things like that. It's very, very, very helpful and useful during perimenopause and menopause and beyond. Strength training is key. And another thing too about the bear card is this is what's going in your mouth, right? It could be that you're blocked in vitamin D, your absorption of vitamin D, or you're not getting enough vitamin D. It could be leaky gut syndrome. It could be becoming less tolerant of gluten, dairy, and sugar. It could be just not getting enough of the minerals like magnesium. Maybe you got too much calcium going in and not enough magnesium. That kind of stuff. I think it'd be very good for you, Capricorn, to go see a naturopath and get that all checked. All right, Capricorn, let's take a look at special guest tarot, the Everyday Enchantment Tarot by Poppy Palin. Let's see what the cards have to say for Capricorn in May. All right. Oh. I need to ring the bell. Okay. Here we go. Oh, there's one. Oh, the Two of Wands. I've had this before on some of the other zodiac signs. Kind of like, where am I going from here? The two, he's playing drums and he's got a future ahead of him. The world is his oyster. What's he going to do next kind of deal, right? And there could be that feeling for you, Capricorn, is like, what's next? And this has a real creative vibe to it too. And with you being in the 5th house of creativity, creating things, create your magic. Looks pretty cool. And getting back into the hobbies, is your guitar, your drum set been sitting in the basement and it's time to pull it out again? That could be too. But the Two of Wands is like looking in the old-fashioned tarot. He's there's these two pillars and he's looking out to sea and he's like, all this opportunity and potential for you in your next piece of this journey, Capricorn. So that looks cool. And finally, let's pull from the Tarot of the Enchanted Soul. I am loving this deck lately. I did do a review on my YouTube channel. This is by Yasmin Westwood. I just got this deck not too long ago, and I'm just really loving it. Oh my gosh, I'm really vibing with it and really connecting with it. I'll show you, Capricorn. The blue, look how nice. With the gold, so pretty. And they're just such good cards. Okay, so let's see. Capricorn in May. What could we know, Spirit, in our highest good for Capricorn in May? Here we go. The Nine of Swords. There's something keeping you up at night here. Okay? And it's a lot about extra stuff going in your head. Now, this could be issues with your children keeping up at night. This could be issues with people in general. There's something wrong there. It could be even because, Capricorn, that Mars in Leo is in your 8th house of your finances. Maybe something's going on with your finances. I'm not sure. This is about anxiety and fear, and sometimes it can feel negative. But because you're in the 5th house of fun, it's time to have fun, let go, do things that don't cost anything. If you're worried about money, right? Do fun things. And there's a clock on here with the time here. I noticed, it could be just this feeling of time. Sometimes as we age, we get scared of things, or I don't know. There's a lot of things that can keep us up at night, even hormone changes if you're going through menopause or perimenopause like me, things like that. There's a whole bunch of things, or just the weight of the world can keep us up at night and worry. So what I would suggest is take that 5th house of fun, do creative hobbies, get to be like a kid again, do more things with children. I think you'll be just fine if you capture the essence of the 5th house of fun, okay? And that can help relieve some of this stress, anxiety, and worry as well. And maybe it's just a signal, hey, you have been focused too much on work, and now it's time to play, right? What's that? All work and no play makes Johnny a dull boy. Anyways, Capricorn, if you enjoy this kind of intuitive stuff, you should join the Intuitive Collective. It's our private Facebook group where we do all things intuitive and woo-woo, and I love it. And we, try to use this stuff in practical life, right? Apply it to make your life better. And we will be hosting in that group too, in that Facebook group, we will be hosting the Intuitive Power Festival. I'm really excited about this one. It is from April 29th until May 13th, a 14-day extravaganza celebrating our intuition, our spirituality. I am looking for speakers right now too. Some speakers have already signed up, so I'm so happy about that. But we have, I am looking for intuitive leaders, spiritualists, people who can teach us something, intuition, spoonbenders, mystics, psychics, card readers, numerologists, whatever, Mandela effects experts, all the things we love, quantum energy, all that intuitive stuff. And you'll get to speak in front of a global stage, in front of people who care what you're saying, okay, and who want to hear from you and learn from you. There's a lot of benefits to becoming a speaker, especially if you're sort of a business who is looking for more visibility. This is a perfect place to start. So check out the description of the video, and if you know any intuitive people that would love to speak on the stage in our Facebook group, you let me know, or you send them the speak link that I put in there, or just come show up in the Intuitive Collective Facebook group itself and have fun in there, and snoop around at all the things, and I'll be filling it up with more intuitive things as we go. And this group, I'm so proud, it's growing every day. and it's very exciting. So it's cool to be, around people who like intuitive stuff. And I'm getting more specialists and experts, I notice, in the group, which is going to be fantastic. So join in, Capricorn. And hopefully, if you're ready, you can speak at the festival. So exciting. All right. That's it for now. I'm Trina, your intuitive guide from Peace River, Alberta in Canada, helping you navigate life's energies. Come join me and check me out at www.themoontree.org. All right. See you in the next one.